A desperate father drives his 2 children to a secluded cabin in the woods, intending to end their lives. He tells his daughter to turn around and face away, raising a loaded pistol. The severely nearsighted girl has no idea what is happening, still calling out to her daddy.
Daddy? Daddy?
Just like that, she and her younger sister are trapped in this dilapidated cabin in the middle of nowhere. Sitting around the fire their father lit before his death, the sisters gradually become hungry and thirsty. Suddenly, a cherry rolls out of the darkness, followed by a terrifying entity. Days pass by like this, one after another. This terrifying monster does not harm them. Instead, she nurtures them. Besides eating cherries every day, they occasionally hunt wolves in the forest, and the humanity within them begins to fade away. 5 years later, 2 hunters, led by their tracking dogs, discover the cabin. When the hunters step inside, the first thing they see is a mountain of cherry pits. A hunter curiously reaches out to check, failing to notice a dark creature appearing behind him. The other hunter senses something is wrong. Fortunately, the creature's attack power isn't lethal yet. After calming down, the hunters realize that the monsters before them are actually 2 children. They quickly report this to their employer. It turns out the girl's uncle, Lucas, has never given up searching for the past 5 years. 5 years ago, his brother Jeffrey lost everything in the stock market, took out his business partners and wife, and then vanished with his 2 daughters. Lucas believed his brother wouldn't be cruel enough to harm his own children, so he never stopped looking. Experts confirm that the 2 children found by the hunters are indeed Jeffrey's daughters. Hospital examinations show the children are physically healthy, but having lived in the deep wilderness, they have lost all human social conditioning. Not only do they behave like wild beasts, but they are also extremely aggressive and alert.
It's okay.
Lucas understands their behavior and prepares a pair of prescription glasses for the older sister, Victoria. Under Lucas's gentle comfort, Victoria warily picks up the glasses. Relying on muscle memory from years ago, she puts them on, and the world instantly becomes clear. The humanity buried deep in her heart seems to recover slightly. She slowly reaches out to touch the face that resembles her father's, momentarily mistaking Lucas for her dad. This tender moment deeply moves Lucas's girlfriend Annabelle as well. Subsequently, the custody battle for the girls enters legal proceedings. On one side is their uncle Lucas, who has spent his life savings searching for them for 5 years, leaving him and Annabelle in a difficult financial situation. On the other side is their wealthy Aunt Jean, who has no children and strongly desires custody. Given that the children's physical and mental states are extremely unstable and require long-term delicate care, the court seems naturally inclined toward Jean, who has better financial security. Seeing the situation is unfavorable, Lucas reluctantly seeks help from Dr. Dreyfus. Dr. Dreyfus agrees to support Lucas, even providing him and Annabelle with a stable, decent house to help them establish a capable image before the judge. However, this help is not free. Dr. Dreyfus sets a condition. He must be allowed to observe and study the 2 children at any time. An exchange involving family, sacrifice, and unknown costs is thus quietly established. Lucas successfully wins custody. He and Annabelle move into the house provided by Dr. Dreyfus with the 2 children, and everything seems to be heading in a good direction. However, as time passes, the observing doctor begins to notice unsettling signs in the children. They often fall into states of muttering to themselves. Even more baffling, they frequently call out "Mama," affectionately or fearfully, to empty corners of the room. Lucas and Annabelle don't think much of it at first, attributing it to psychological trauma and developmental delays caused by long-term isolation, believing it to be a small issue requiring patience to heal. They are completely unaware that they are not the only ones who moved into this house with the children. The unseen Mama has also quietly moved in, following them like a shadow. Days go by and Victoria shows amazing adaptability. She improves rapidly, her behavior becoming more like a normal child, and she quickly masters fluent language. However, during a seemingly routine hypnotherapy session, her calm narration unveils a dark corner of their past.
It was a long time ago. A lady ran away from a hospital for sad people. She took her baby. They jumped into the water.
How could you know that story, Victoria? Did Mama tell you that story?
She showed me
How?
in a dream.
Of course, no one believes her words. The adults simply think it is a fantasy born of loneliness. The younger sister, Lily, is completely different. She was only 1 year old when taken into the mountains. Her limited memories are filled only with ghost mama. She can't adapt to human life. She eats by crouching off to the side and grabbing food with her hands, sleeps only under the bed on the cold, hard floor, and never rests peacefully, as if something is always watching her from the darkness. Eerie events happen one after another. Based on Victoria's description, Dr. Dreyfus actually finds records in a dusty archive of a mental asylum that closed a century ago. A patient in the asylum matches her description perfectly. How could a girl who just learned to speak know this? For the first time, Dr. Dreyfus feels that Mama might be more than just a fantasy. The sisters often hum eerie songs and draw strange moths all over the walls. One day, Annabelle hears Lily giggling in the room, seemingly playing with someone. Just as she is about to check, Victoria stops her, saying a puppy is crying outside. And just like that, Annabelle's attention is diverted, and she leaves. She doesn't know that Victoria deliberately took off her glasses before entering the room. In the room, Lily is being held up by an invisible force, swinging back and forth. At night, while Annabelle is playing the guitar, the lights suddenly flicker. She sees Lily scurrying away like a beast, nearly causing her to break down, but considering her husband's feelings for his nieces, she chooses to remain silent. Sometimes she glimpses a strange figure in the mirror, but when she turns around, there is nothing there. She asks Lucas to check the house while she goes to the girls' room. There is no wind, yet the chandelier sways eerily on its own. Meanwhile, Lucas discovers a black hole in the wall. As he leans in to check, a pitch-black hand suddenly reaches out. Lucas barely survives the attack but has to be hospitalized, leaving Annabelle to face the two children and the house alone. No one looked deeply into Lucas's accident. Everyone assumed it was just an accidental fall. At night, Annabelle hears hushed sounds. She summons the courage to check and sees Lily crawling on the floor. She can only turn to Dr. Dreyfus for help. Dr. Dreyfus not only finds a figure with a weird expression in the girls' drawings, but also discovers a bizarre doll. The sisters say Mama made it for them, but Annabelle never made such a thing. On the surface, Dr. Dreyfus diagnosed them with shared delusion. But privately, he analyzes Victoria's video recordings and the doll frame by frame. Suddenly, he realizes that in the video, Victoria is staring constantly at the ceiling. Dr. Dreyfus can't help but look at his own ceiling, feeling a chill down his spine. Before falling asleep, Annabelle hears a strange woman's lullaby. She follows the sound, and the lights keep flickering. There is noise in the girls' room, but when she opens the door, she sees only Lily playing alone, with Victoria standing quietly to the side. Annabelle tells them to go to sleep early, but notices Lily can't help glancing at the closet behind her. There seems to be something in the closet, so Annabelle walks over.
Don't.
Why not? What's in the closet?
Nothing.
She instantly feels a chill down her spine, the hairs on her body standing up. A strong intuition warns her it is best to listen to Victoria this time. Suppressing the fear and curiosity that are about to burst out of her chest, she does not open the closet door, but slowly and gently closes it again. The next day, she anxiously finds Dr. Dreyfus and describes everything from the night before. However, Dr. Dreyfus still explains it with the theory of shared delusion and insists the eerie lullaby was just Victoria mimicking an adult's voice. But Annabelle is absolutely certain that the low, mournful voice belonged to a mature woman. The intense conflict between rational explanation and personal perception makes her feel she is walking on the edge of insanity. Meanwhile, Lucas, recovering in the hospital, also encounters strange phenomena. Many moths inexplicably appear in his ward, refusing to leave. In a groggy sleep, his long-deceased brother appears clearly in his dream, staring at him silently, as if trying to convey an unfinished message. Due to severe emotional fluctuations, Lucas is critically ill for a time, but is saved by doctors. A few days later, he slowly wakes from his coma. Annabelle brings the two girls to visit him. The white room should be full of warmth, but a chilling scene unfolds. With trembling hands, a weakened Lucas draws a picture for the two sisters. Victoria happily accepts it and turns to share it with her sister. But at that moment, she sees Lily sitting quietly by the window, putting a fluttering moth into her mouth, calm and natural, as if it were ordinary food. In those 5 years in the forest, apart from cherries, one of their staple foods was these moths. Now, although Annabelle takes good care of them, giving them normal food and warmth, this kindness makes Victoria feel a deep fear. With a trembling voice, she begs Annabelle not to be too nice to them.
You can't do that.
Why?
Because she gets jealous.
Hearing Victoria's plea, Annabelle turns to look in the direction of the girl's fearful gaze. There is nothing there. In reality, Victoria has gradually come to understand Mama's true nature. In the past, she wasn't afraid because her high myopia prevented her from seeing the ghost's true appearance. Now, whenever Mama appears, she subconsciously takes off her glasses to blur the terrifying silhouette in exchange for a shred of self-deceiving security. Mama is, after all, the one who took care of them for years. This twisted bond prevents her from revealing the truth, fearing that speaking it out would invite an even more terrible disaster. Until one day, Dr. Dreyfus pieces together the ghost's identity from clues. He holds the documents and urgently questions Victoria. Is it her? Victoria instantly turns pale, screaming for him to run. Before his voice fades, a thick, black fog condenses behind Dr. Dreyfus. Although Dr. Dreyfus escapes with his life, as a staunch atheist, his worldview completely collapses. However, his fanatical curiosity about the truth outweighs his fear. He drives alone to the cabin in the woods, determined to get to the bottom of it. Meanwhile, Annabelle has an extremely vivid nightmare. She sees a desperate woman searching frantically outside a convent. After snatching back her baby, she runs to a cliff edge. With no way out, she covers the child's eyes and jumps. But the baby accidentally gets caught on a tree branch. Annabelle wakes up from the dream in a cold sweat, only to see Victoria standing quietly by the bed, her eyes drifting toward the space under the bed. She is actually still in another layer of the dream. Waking up again, the bone-chilling despair from the dream feels so real that Annabelle is convinced it all actually happened. At this time, Dr. Dreyfus finds a black hole in the cabin. He subconsciously reaches out to touch it, and a pale hand suddenly shoots out, snapping his neck. It turns out that Mama can use the black voids between the two houses to move back and forth. And just like that, he lost his life on the path of pursuing the truth. Victoria longs for a normal life and doesn't want to hurt the kind-hearted Annabelle. But Mama senses this thought. To avoid losing her daughters again, the enraged spirit prepares to forcibly take the sisters back to the forest cabin. Terrified by Mama's frenzied appearance, Lily screams and runs away. Annabelle rushes in to comfort her, but a strange noise comes from behind. For the first time, the female ghost fully manifests in front of Annabelle, crawling rapidly toward them in a grotesque posture. Annabelle is pinned firmly to the ground. As she suffocates, Victoria cries out, begging Mama to stop. The furious spirit turns to Victoria but does not harm her. Instead, she gently removes her glasses. As if by doing this, Victoria won't be afraid of her face. When Aunt Jean arrives, she sees only a moving head on the ground. By the time she realizes something is wrong, it is too late. Hearing the noise, Victoria rushes downstairs and is met with a sight that fills her with sheer terror.
Hey?
From this moment on, Victoria can no longer accept this Mama. Annabelle falls into a dream again and sees the ending. The baby hanging from the tree ultimately lost its life. The drowning mother's spirit refused to dissipate, imbuing her obsession into moths, searching everywhere for her child, until she stumbled upon a man trying to kill 2 girls in the cabin. She took out the man and adopted the sisters as substitutes for her own child, soothing her shattered motherhood in this twisted way. Annabelle wakes up to find the children missing. While searching frantically, she discovers the dried skeletal remains of an infant among Dr. Dreyfus's belongings. She instantly understands. Mama is taking the girls back to the cabin. She immediately grabs the box of remains and rushes to the forest. Passing the cliff from her dream, she is overwhelmed by anxiety and an ominous premonition. Annabelle and Lucas arrive at the cliff edge, finding Victoria and Lily have indeed been taken there. Mama realizes that her two daughters are regaining their humanity and leaving her, so she resolves to take them into her world forever tonight. She grabs Lucas by the head, ready to crush it. In the nick of time, Annabelle presents the tiny skeleton. Mama's movements freeze. She gazes in disbelief, then holds her real child with an indescribable tenderness. Although the flesh has long perished, it is the only weight her soul recognizes. Holding her lost and found flesh and blood, she walks step by step toward the edge of the cliff. All the forgotten grief and memories come crashing back. Her child left before even having the chance to see the world. Annabelle and Lucas try to seize the opportunity to take Victoria and Lily away, but Mama suddenly turns back. Having experienced the pain of losing a child once, she will not tolerate losing them a second time. She passes through Lucas's body with incredible speed and then snatches Annabelle into the air. Anyone hindering her reunion with her daughters must vanish. At this life-or-death moment, Lily opens her arms again and calls out, "Mama." This call awakens the last shred of motherhood deep within Mama. She throws Annabelle aside and hugs Lily tightly. Victoria shields Annabelle, telling her to hold her breath and play dead to survive. But Annabelle cannot watch the child be taken away. She struggles to crawl forward, her eyes filled with the same resolve as the ghost. Mama looks at Annabelle and understands that it is the same obsession. She regains some rationality, merely stopping Annabelle from advancing without harming her. However, Annabelle's gaze is resolute. She holds Victoria tightly and refuses to let go. Mama watches this scene, then looks at the complex look in Victoria's eyes. Already understanding Victoria's choice, Mama kneels, the violent hatred on her face fading into endless sorrow and tenderness. She strokes Victoria's cheek one last time, a silent farewell.
I love you. Darius, stay. No.
Finally, amidst repeated calls, Mama takes Lily, who is willing to go with her. She wraps Lily in her own dress, bestowing upon her the utmost tenderness. Under everyone's gaze, she plunges into the abyss to be forever with Lily, who has always loved her. In Lily's perception, time slows down. She nestles in Mama's arms, her face showing no fear, but a pure and completely trusting smile. That smile is like a glimmer of light, piercing through the resentment and obsession accumulated in Mama's eyes over a century. Her hideous face gradually softens, her shattered pupils reflecting Lily's face. In this moment, she seems to transform back into the mother who knew only love and protection. They hit the tree branch on the cliff wall again, and their forms shatter and dissipate in an instant, turning into moths filling the sky. The mass of black wings swirls up like a tide, a silent memorial. However, amidst this surging darkness, a colorful butterfly suddenly separates. It gently flaps its wings, drawing a gentle arc, and finally lands on Victoria's trembling fingertips. She knows this is Lily. The butterfly pauses on her finger for a moment, like a silent goodbye, before fluttering away into the sky above the deep valley. At the same time, Lucas, who had stopped breathing, miraculously opens his eyes. The surviving family members embrace tightly, shedding tears in silence. These tears are complex, for their survival, for the innocent lives lost, for Lily who can never return, and for the mother who should have had a warm life but was forced by fate to become a ghost. The sky full of moths gradually disperses, leaving only the distant speck of light from that butterfly, like a gentle footnote, bringing an end to this story about obsession, love, and sacrifice.